In this tutorial video for the complete volume pump strategy, we're going to go over the Style tab and show you what each of these controls so you understand what you're looking at on the screen here. First thing you'll see on the screen are these green background bars, and that's controlled by this background color. Green is going to control your long entries, and red is going to control, or you can change these to whatever color you like, but by default they're green and red. And this bottom one will control your short entries if you have a short system that you're using on your trade directions. You can change the color, you can also change the opacity. And what those are controlling are your entries. So whatever settings that you have, so right now, for example, we're looking for any entries can be if the volume is 50% above the volume moving average. And anytime that criteria happens, it lights up green in the background because that criteria has been met. And I have the opacity on a little higher, but you could change that down if you like. Maybe it's something that you don't see so much. So you can change it however you like. So again, this top one, which is by default green, is for longs. This bottom one, by default, which is red, is for shorts, if you're using those. Okay, so we'll take those off for the time being. You have here all-time high and all-time low. What that's for is for the breakouts section. So when we go to here where it says look for all-time high and look for all-time low, if I put those on, let me set this to 0 to look for the all-time high and all-time low and to show it. Now we actually see those pop up on the screen. So we have, let me take the volume off for a second. So this is the all-time low. That's controlled by this here. We can change the color to something else if you like. And there's your all-time high up there. You can change that to whatever color you like also. Moving on, let me take those off now. Oh, and also when you're doing your breakouts too, let's say for example you have, just pass it over, it's up here. Okay, let's say you're looking for breakouts that are just not necessarily the all-time high or all-time low, but maybe just all-time high or all-time low for the last 20 candles. There you'll see that. So there's your all-time high and your all-time low for the last 20 candles based on what's happened. Okay, so let me take those off for now. You have two EMA colors here. You can change these. Of course, you can change any of these to any different color. Any of these can go to any different color, any different opacity, any different thickness. If you don't like the lines, you could make it whatever you like. So the EMAs are for, here in the main entry filters, we have a look for above or below, look for across, above, or below XEMA, and also look for above or below XEMA. So we'll turn both those on for a second. And you can see how this one's controlling. This is your 100 EMA right now, so that's going to be this bottom one. It's this one. And this top one here is this orange. But like I said, if you wanted to change this instead of a line, maybe you make it an area. So anything that's above that, you could make it anything you like. So we'll keep it a line for right now. And you could do that with any of these. Okay, moving on. These three plots and these three plots are for your take profit strategy. So let's go to that down here. Okay, so if we turn on take profit, we're going to show the Bollinger Bands and the Keltner Channels are what those styles are for over here. And we're just going to turn on for a second the Bollinger Bands and show you those first. Okay, so we're going to show take profit and you can use it. Okay, so now this it's called the basis line. It's the line that's the simple moving average that creates the Bollinger Band. That's controlled by this. You can change that to any color you like. And then your upper band is going to be here, and that's your lower band. So these three are for the Bollinger Bands. So let's take those off for now. Now let's go back to where we were just at with the take profit. We're going to go to the Keltner Channels. And the Keltner Channels are controlled by these. So here's your basis line for the Keltner Channel, and then your top line, your bottom line. So we'll take those off for now. And we'll also take our take profit off for the time being. Okay, so we just covered all of these. We covered our background colors. Now we'll cover these plots here. This plot is for your stop loss. So let's go ahead and enable a stop loss real quick. Show stop level, use stop loss. And let me actually get a trade to appear on the screen. Let me take some of these settings off. Okay. So you can see here's our trade, and we chose a 5% stop loss. So here's our stop loss, and that's controlled by this right here. And you can change that to any color you like. Again, you can change it to area, stop lines, whatever you like, circles. Now this plot and these plots background, these are invisible in the background. These are measuring take profits, so these won't control anything. Don't have to worry about these. Now these three down here, actually your precision here, let's talk about that first. That's going to be your indicator, that's going to be the values you see on the screen. So for example, here, when we look at this maroon colors are stop loss. So right now our stop loss is at $336.80, which you can see up here. So the precision right now default is just going to be 2 decimals, but if you want to just make it no decimals, there you go, now it's 337. If you wanted to make it more decimals, to be more precise, you could do that. And you see how it changed back up there. So that's what that's for. Just put it back on default. If you don't want to see the trades on the chart, I don't know why you'd ever want that, but you can take that off. Don't want to see it. Signal labels. That's showing you whether it's a long or entry or a long exit or a long short entry or a short exit. And the quantity is the amount of contracts or units of the asset that your strategy purchases. So that is it for the style settings. Thanks for watching. Happy trading and enjoy. Thank you.